Here we are on location in Orlando, Florida for this week's Ask Ron.
At the Quick Start Real Estate School, taking a break here after a hard day at Johnny's Hideaway, packing away the kick butt food.
Awesome. It was so, and we're having a cigar.
Yeah, one of us is. Yeah.
I don't think that's lit.
All right, question number 1 is from Phil in Ohio.
Hey, Phil.
Phil says, I'm running into a number of incidences where sellers do not want to let me lease option their property or buy subject to their mortgage because they need to get their loan off the books in order to qualify for a loan on the next house. This was particularly a problem on a house where the seller had a VA loan and wanted to get the loan paid off to maintain his VA eligibility to get a mortgage on the next house. Does this mean they're suspects, or is there a way around this?
It means there's a way around it, and you're losing a lot of deals because you're not using it, but I'm glad you asked the question. All right, here's the deal. Number 1, if you buy with seller financing, there is a recorded land contract or mortgage, wraparound mortgage, whichever one you're going to use, showing the seller is receiving a monthly payment. If they're receiving the monthly payment, they get to count that as income. If they count that as income, it will wash out their debt. If it washes out their debt, they won't have a problem qualifying for another loan, assuming the lender will let them use it, and most will, especially after they've been seasoned a few months. So subject to, that will not apply. So if that's the case, instead of buying it subject to, buy it with owner financing so that they can show the income. The VA deal, the VA eligibility is totally misunderstood. VA eligibility, most veterans can buy more than one house without paying off the existing loan. Their entitlement, I don't know what their entitlement would be, but they can buy, their entitlement only, VA only insures the top end of the loan. They can buy many times more loan. They can borrow many times more dollars than the amount on their entitlement. So even though they have a loan in their own name, it's likely they can go get another house and easily qualify as long as they don't have a debt ratio problem. And as I just said, if you show them with income with a recorded mortgage or land contract, then that should fix that.
And you can ask people what their eligibility is. They should have documents that say exactly how much eligibility they have. And a lot of times they can have 2 houses, like Ron said.
But don't make any statement about what they can go borrow. Tell them to check with a lender how much they can borrow based on their eligibility certificate.
The key on that mortgage issue is you got to find a good mortgage broker in your area who can deal with these kind of issues and make sure that they can get past this. And I'll tell you, any mortgage broker, a lot of mortgage brokers, even if you can show them a lease agreement where you have an agreement between you and the company, they'll give you 75% off.
It's actually a good idea to contact a mortgage processor or a mortgage broker and that understands what we're talking about and agrees with it, and then have the phone number ready for the seller to call if they want to verify it. And of course, they'll probably use that mortgage broker to go get their new loan.
That's why you guys need a good mortgage broker on your dream team. You'll send these people right to them.
Right?
Ryan used to be a mortgage broker.
Okay, question number 2 is from Rolando in California.
Hi, Rolando.
Rolando attended the real estate summit in Las Vegas last week, and he says it was awesome.
Hoorah.
I have a question about land trusts. Lou Brown mentioned that owning a property in a land trust is an exception to the due on sale clause. Is this right?
Sort of. The bank cannot call the loan due if you put your property into a trust. So I guess it is an exception, yes. No bank will call the loan due. It violates federal law. Garn-St. Germain Federal Depository Institution Act of 1982 prohibits the lender from calling the loan due because you put your property into a land trust. I do not want you to confuse that though, because if you transfer ownership of that land trust to somebody else, that technically triggers the due on sale clause. However, the lender doesn't know that it's been transferred because nothing changes down at the courthouse.
These
Okay.
are good questions, actually.
Now the next question is from Robert, and he wants some tips for a seller's market. Here is Robert's problem. Out of 50 plus calls, the main response is that the seller has been offered more than listed for and prefers to see what's out there on a cash deal before talking terms.
And there's nothing you can do about it, Robert. When you're talking to those kind of sellers, there's no way you're going to overcome that objection. They want all cash. They got it in their head that they're going to get more than what they're asking. Move on. That's not the right people you should be talking to. You shouldn't even be calling in people anyway if they haven't already indicated that, yes, they consider terms.
But one of the very first things you're going to want to look at on Zillow, and people know Zillow, you're going to have to get good at Zillow. It's a Zillow world, and one of the first things you need to go under is the tab that says Sales Price History. And under that tab, it'll tell you how long this property's been listed. If it's been listed under 10 days, if you're in that hot of an area, they're not going to be open to terms generally.
Wasting your time.
Yeah, you want properties that have been seasoned, like Ron says, maybe 60 days or at least 30 days. Then they're in the
Better
game.
yet, get sellers to call you.
That's
sellers
right.
who
That's
call
what I was
you,
just gonna say.
sellers who call you are going to be a lot more motivated than anybody listing something online. All right, next.
Okay, the next question is a deal structuring question.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so this is from Michelle in Ohio.
Hey, Michelle.
Are we sure we know how to structure deals?
Yes,
That's the
I'm pretty sure you do. I think I've heard you do it a few times.
Okay,
So,
we did it today, Facebook
Facebook
Live.
Live.
you did. Okay, so this is Michelle's deal. I have a property that is almost free and clear. It has a $35,000 HELOC loan on property.
That stands for Home Equity Line of Credit.
They're asking $269.
Okay?
The ARV is between $317 and $384.
Okay?
Seller is open to terms, but his mom has dementia, and he will need a lump sum in about 3 to 5 years for his mother's care.
Not a problem.
The house is vacant and did have a realtor, but the contract is ending soon.
Okay?
Any suggestions on how to structure the deal?
Yeah. Buy it on a wraparound mortgage with nothing down for what they're asking.
Yep, put it on a,
And get it done and get it under contract and get it closed quickly.
they've already set a 5-year balloon, essentially.
Yeah, that's what they put a 5-year balloon in. And by the way, you better get that done before that mom goes into the nursing home, or the nursing home is going to take that house. So if they sell that house before she goes into a nursing home, they can't take it. And you better darn sure do it before the mom dies, or you're not going to get it. It'll have to go through probate, and it'll be months before you can even get title to it. So you better get on it right away.
Yeah.
And they've already given you the terms. Just go take them.
I know.
That's
Take
right.
action. That's a good deal.
And there's plenty of free equity in this property.
Yes,
I mean,
there
even
is.
if they were asking closer to retail, this would be a deal you want to tie up very quickly.
You want to, the price is okay. Whatever their payment is what your payment will be. And if it's free and clear, which you didn't tell us, or did you?
It's almost free and clear.
A small HELOC.
Huh?
Yeah.
HELOC on
A
it.
small
Yeah.
HELOC.
So your payment is whatever their payment is, and you have to add tax and insurance on top of. Actually, you should pay tax and insurance outside of that, because there's nobody going to be paying it for you if you make the loan. So just make principal and interest the same amount they're making. You pay your own taxes and insurance, and you got a kick butt deal there, because I know that payment's got to be very, very low. You can probably wind up with about a $1,500, $2,000 a month positive cash flow on that house. Plus, in that price range, you're going to get $30,000, $40,000 down. So buy it with nothing down, go get a big down payment, put the difference in your pocket, and congratulate yourself for getting out there and getting a deal like that.
That's
A perfect deal.
That's
Listen,
our favorite deal.
If you don't think you can pull that off on your own, contact our office and get a mentor, like these two. Yeah, they're full, but we got other mentors. Because a mentor, their job is to guide you through that deal so you don't lose it. Our mentors are 15 grand for 6 months. We finance you, or 13.5 prepaid. Compare that to what you're about to lose if you blow that deal. It's irrelevant. So get yourself a mentor and let us help you get through that deal.
Okay, the final question is from Jim Jones.
Jim Jones.
We know Jim Jones, and he
Ain't
has...
the one that gave people Kool-Aid, is it?
No,
All right.
no, don't drink that Kool-Aid. This is Jim Jones, our
He
student.
was at the summit.
Okay. Hey, Jim.
Yeah, so he has a question about a track record of past deals. Seller is asking for a track record of past deals. He has,
Tell the seller you work with a group of people who do hundreds of deals per month. And you do. We're a group. You do. You do.
And actually, Jim, in the mentoring program, we're partners. And your partners, meaning us, we've been buying and
See the
selling
program?
houses. Yeah.
Oh, good.
We've been buying and selling
Just
houses.
tell
for-
them you're the, what's the word for it?
You could say boots on the ground, but
Boots on the
junior
ground.
partner, right?
Yeah, you're the junior
Junior
partner.
partner.
And then put the seller on the phone with your mentor. That'll solve that
Yeah.
problem.
Yes.
Exactly.
That'll get you all the credibility you need.
Yeah.
But
And we-
really, this is partially your issue of probably how you're presenting yourself.
I would agree.
Professionalism is the key, and if you're
Yeah.
handling yourself well, usually you don't get a lot of credibility
correct.
issues
No, we
cropping
don't.
up.
Yeah.
No.
They want to see your track. I haven't had that question in 30 years. You see my track record. I don't run. I tell them you don't run track.
That's a good one.
Jim Jones is a nice guy, so he's
Very nice.
trying to do it right.
Yes.
All right. So he's probably looking for a serious answer, isn't he?
Yeah.
That was my subtle way to.
I actually did.
Now, I will tell you guys that we like to do a little 3-line, what we call the real estate investor bio, and that is part of you laying the foundation of credibility. So if somebody does early on in the conversation say, now who are you and are you representing somebody or something, you should have a quick little, I'm from this area, I've done real estate investing for blank years, and
I'm working with a partner.
yeah, and I'm working with a group
If you'd
that
like to
does
talk
this.
to them, I can put you on the phone.
Yes,
Right.
and so you should have a little short, 20 seconds or less
Yeah.
blurb of who you are, and that sometimes is all the answer they need.
Yeah, that's all.
All right, well, that was the final question for this week's Ask Ron.
That's all?
That's it.
That's it. Well, maybe you have some words of wisdom about some upcoming things.
Yeah, actually I do. On August the 9th, it's the 9th, on August the 9th at noon, we are going to do a simulcast on land trust, entity structuring, corporations, asset protection, and IRA stuff in the 3-hour live simulcast on the 9th. So stay tuned. We'll get you the information on that. It's $197 for that 3 hours. Because you guys have been bugging the crap out of me to put all this together in one place, so I'm finally going to do it. So be on the lookout for
So
that.
this is
I'll
the
tell ya.
first time and the only time?
Yeah, I'm not. This is live. I'm not doing this
It's
again.
live?
I'll tell you, this is really an opportunity because these are all the things Ron is famous for knowing and teaching,
Yeah.
and they're really crucial things for your business setup and being smart with the business, and the fact that you can get all in one place. I love one-stop shop on all this legal stuff and the entity
I'm going to
stuff.
spend quite a bit of time putting this
I'm
together.
excited.
Look, there's nothing for you to do right now. Don't worry. We'll get
Yeah.
you the invitation. You just sign up when you get it. And just remember the dates, the 9th at noon Eastern Standard Time.
And then
All
August
right.
22nd and 23rd, guys, and 24th and 25th. If
That's
you've been to the
right.
Quick
Jacksonville,
Start,
Florida.
we've got the alumni event.
Right.
That's 2 days with Ron, and we'll be there too. And 2 days before that is
Right.
where Lynette and I are taking action.
We're going to
workshop.
process a lot of deals during that.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
That'll be
Great
4
leads.
days of a
Okay.
lot
4
of deals.
days of great
So
fun.
look, there's never
August
any,
22nd.
there's never any sleep for us. We don't take any rest. We don't even
We love it.
We don't
We're
even
passionate.
take potty breaks. We're always on the move. And so just stay tuned because there's always something coming your way. See you next week.